And the Bat Rider taken out first by OG.
Hey, what are those two spooky eyes at the top of the OG flag?
Oh, are those Aegises?
I think those might be Aegises, Zari.
Oh, wow.
These guys must be pretty good.
Look at those guys. Wow, they've got a pretty badass little banner flag, too. The textures on it. Somebody
is nice.
put some design work into that thing.
I tell you, once you get a little cash together, you can scrape one of those up. Nigma as well. Pretty nice. I mean, I guess they can't technically put the Aegis on it because they didn't get it under this org, but like I would put like a little hidden one. Because like kind of, right?
Also worth mentioning here, Kuroki not playing. RMN is in on the side. Now you got to remember on this overlay, our folks at home don't get to see the player lineup. So right now, Nigma, Miracle, Mind Control, RMN, GH, and Weeha. So just missing Kuro, but certainly worth noting.
Wait, I thought Sumail was coming. Is he not officially announced yet? Oh, never mind. Sorry. Okay.
Wisp.
The question on every mid player's mind.
Serious.
Is he coming back to mid? Is he coming for me?
Wisp also banned out by OG as we see the SAPPHIRE opener into the Phoenix. So this hero has been on the rise. We've been talking about SAPPHIRE a lot, and no surprise against the Phoenix. One of the classic counters to trying to deal with the egg. Now Faceless Void picked up for Nigma.
Wow, that's exciting.
An early Void.
They played it yesterday versus Fly to Moon, but first phase, Faceless Void Phoenix, a classic duo, and I heard that it was actually Nigma who were rocking the Darkseer yesterday for all Mind Control. But OG, you're going to snap it up.
Yeah, we've been talking about a little bit of potential position for Darkseer. Maybe assume that it's off lane for now, but something else to keep in the back of your brain there.
Yeah, there's at least some flexibility. We've seen some teams trying it out. But let's assume it's Seb for sure, especially with a SAPPHIRE already picked up.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, Darkseer versus Faceless Void. Some very cheeky stuff you can do. You can vacuum enemies into the chrono. It can be very frustrating to deal with.
It's like the inverse of the blinding light into chrono that we saw yesterday.
Much easier to do.
Yeah, fair enough. And the Darkseer, even in the core role, he can enable other heroes with the Ion Shell.
Yeah.
Right? Like Earth Spirit, one that comes to mind. Ember Spirit, another one. The Lawnmower Strat, the old classic. Quick bans coming out of Nigma. Clockwork and Tiny taken out.
I also see that OG played the Sven yesterday in a win over Viking GG, and I kind of wonder if we'll see the Sven Darkseer combo. Remember how brutal that was the last time it was good? Jeez, that was a nasty duo.
That was before the Sven Aghanim's was in, though, right? The current one, the Superman Aghanim's.
Yes.
So,
but it's okay. The Ags kind of isn't that. I mean, the Ags is really good for an Ag, sure, but you know, it's vacuum. Then you don't need the Ags.
Yeah.
And then you stun a lot of them.
And Surge, right? Surge gives you all the gap close you could ever need.
Undying, I think, is pretty prime possibility for OG coming out of this phase. I don't know if it's worth banning. It is traditionally a pretty good hero versus the Phoenix because you they drop Ag, you drop Tombstone. But they are more focused on some of the more classic combos. And you have to worry about those core Earth Spirits still for sure.
Yeah.
Could happen.
OG very much banning around the potential global presence. Wisp, Prophet, Bat Rider, and Nyx. You know, not exactly global heroes, but they fit with that same general kind of strategy. Get the intel, move around the map, highly mobile.
It's also, Nyx is a classic counter to Darkseer. It like ruins any of your combos, and it's really good versus Nyx too. I mean, sorry, versus SAPPHIRE.
Yep, that too.
Hard counter on both heroes. Do they want any more Wombo combo bans? Like, is Treant worth banning here?
Good question.
And then your Phoenix is kind of a 5. They might prefer the 4 a little bit more.
They ban out the Oracle instead. All right, also very warranted.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Very warranted. Talking about, at least in the laning phase, that one is pretty close to a hard counter. You just neuter Darkseer and everything that he wants to do. A nice early Invoker pickup, though, for OG.
With the 10th pick.
So not going to be handing it over to Nigma. Maybe what they were concerned about with a Void Phoenix. There is some good setup there for the Invoker. Maybe as much a deny pick as it is something that they wanted for themselves.
It's just another good combo breaker hero too. Like just tornado EMP really messes things up. I see Thompson played it yesterday. He went Ags into Octarine at a 26-minute Octarine core. Damn. It was a bit of a shellacking, but still, that's intense.
All right, Nigma thinking about how to react to this Invoker.
Probably just want to pick up your 5.
Disruptor. All right. A great hero against Darkseer, of course.
Yes. Classic
Kinetic Field.
Counter.
Yep. Kinetic Field. Glimpse. Both quite good counters to Surge. Also okay against Snapfire, right? She's a little mobile. Being able to pull her back is certainly good. And Static Storm is another piece of potential Wombo combo to stack with these ultimates. Like Static Storm on top of Phoenix Egg tends to work pretty well.
It would have been nice to be able to play Lich, but I don't, because like Lich could have helped guard the egg a little bit, and it's such a good lane combo with the Faceless Void. But Darkseer is one of these heroes that you probably wouldn't be able to kill unless you got like a lucky bash. So that's why you go for the Disruptor instead to actually have a chance at it.
Well, here's a hero that we've kind of forgotten about. I don't think you and I have talked about Lion in weeks, my friend.
Yeah, I was looking at their drafts earlier today, and I noticed Soxa played Lion yesterday. That was my first thought. Was like, wow, a Lion. I mean, there have been several times where you're like, man, a Hex would be really good right here.
I mean, I can't help but feel like this hero has been a little underrated for a while. He can be a little slow in the laning phase. He's very squishy, but he's a little Shadow Shaman-esque in that regard. If he catches you, he looks amazing. If you catch him, he looks pretty darn useless.
I mean, his chain stun is just kind of dumb.
Yeah.
It is a little incredible that he's not picked up more, but what tends to happen to me is I start thinking about other heroes and like Wind Ranger, I think, was a good example that she was being played a lot in the 4 role for a little bit when it's just like, well, why wouldn't you just like pick Lion? But then you're like, well, Power Shot's like kind of finger of death as long as you just hit it. And then, if you hit Shackle, it's like 2 heroes. And Lion is definitely still good, I think. And now they have a vacuum combo too, right? They can vacuum into Earth Spike.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty hype. And Cookie. Wow.
And the mana drain has also been buffed a lot, where now it has a slow on it. So even if you're not draining mana, it still is a potential combo set up for somebody else. Now Pugna, grabbed by Nigma, a hero that they like quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm not even sure who that's going to be for.
I guess I generally...
a lot on Mind Control.
That's true. I generally think of mid when I see Pugna, but I've also seen Mind Control play it.
The last time they were spamming it, they mostly gave it to Weeha, I feel like, but we'll see. They play this hero a lot. They play a lot of the green nasty heroes still. The Necros, the Pugnas, the Vipers.
Yeah. The green nasty heroes. I like that.
With the Invoker being shown, you assume that they're going to put the Pugna mid, so I like those bans. And also, I like those bans as well from Nigma. Just get rid of the big hard carries. I mean, the Sven's still in that we talked about earlier. But Sven now into Faceless Void, Disruptor, and Pugna.
Yeah, you can't ban them all when it comes to the carries. OG take out a couple of off-laners, the Axe and the Beastmaster. So 2 BKB piercers now removed from the off-lane.
Yeah, because they know that they need a BKB carry, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I really don't like Jug. I hope that's not what they go for.
Is this a Centaur pick for Nigma?
MC Centaur? What else would what do they need? They have 50 seconds here.
If they want
AoE stun under the Phoenix Egg would be really nice right now.
I guess the big question is it a 2 or a 3 Pugna? Is it Weeha or Mind Control?
I think it's Weeha.
Okay.
At least that's what I would assume. Maybe they'll have to
something for MC. Like, what about Mars? Is that a dead hero? They've got the Phoenix. Great setup.
It's like not bad. It's kind of a combo breaker. I'm also thinking about like the Underlord and stuff, but then the Slark's still in.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You don't want to do something too tanky. I mean, if they want to go all in team fight, they could take like a Tide Hunter. You're a little intense in terms of cooldowns, but
yeah, it's a bit spooky. Speaking of which, the Death Prophet's also still in too.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, what the hell?
Doom makes it all the way to 9th pick. Well, there you go. Good on you, Nigma.
All right, nice snipe.
That's a great last pick.
Yeah, found a Doom late in the draft.
And there's some flex, right? Pugna Doom, they can still switch those roles around if they want to, depending on what they see here.
Yeah, 100%.
So a good pick for a number of reasons. What's it going to be for OG?
I still think they're going to Sven. I think they're going to they want some mega hyper carry, iron shelled, surged, alacrity bullshit.
I don't think they're going to Jug. I would be stunned if they picked Jug here.
I think Sven's legit. Just get your God Strength off. It lasts 40 seconds now. You can pop it a little early.
Is there any Morphling is still in? Is there any hope for a Morphling? I guess against Doom, that's maybe scary. They take Meepo.
Oh. Wow. Wasn't expecting that.
Mid-1 Meepo.
So what the hell is... All right, okay.
Thompson Invoker, Seb on the Darkseer. Weehaw will be the one to take the Pugna, so it looks like MC will grab the Doom. Huh. Meepo last pick. Is this a good Meepo game?
Well, I never claimed to be much of a Meepo expert, but from what I gather, Sunray is generally considered to be pretty good.
Like, Pugna has enough burst that you could actually kill one of the Meepos. Void is just, in general, scary against a hero like Meepo. Doom counters everyone with the ultimate, but they have a lot of tools to kill Meepo with, is kind of what I'm getting at here.
But they don't have any, the big answers, right?
True.
So that leads me to believe that it must be a pretty good... I mean, whenever a team 10th picks Meepo, I just assume it must be a good Meepo game.
That's fair. I guess it doesn't look like a free Meepo game. Maybe I should put it that way.
Yeah, here's the things I see. Doom, single target. Pugna, mostly single target, other than Netherblast, which is pretty whatever for Meepo. Static Storm, yeah, that could be a bit of a problem. Faceless Void, if you get fully wombo comboed, sure, that could be an issue too, but overall, I don't see any the easy answers to Meepo, which is obviously very good.
The Pugna's a weird one because you're right, he is very single target focused, but he does so much damage that he has that ability to, if you just have a Meepo that gets down to half HP, you got to be a little scared of the decrep Q life drain from Pugna because he wrecks.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be a fun game nonetheless. Interesting drafts. Nigma OG, game number 1. Upper bracket, no elimination on the line here. Winner will find themselves a spot in the upper bracket finals, facing off against Alliance, one step away from the grand finals. A lot on the line here, Trent. DOTA Pit Europe CIS 2020. Still 2 days to go.
They have some pretty serious vacuum combos for Seb this game, though. We got Nets coming out. Earth Spikes. We got Invoker. We got Snapfire. They actually have 4 heroes that combo with Vacuum.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a bit scary.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of this Darkseer. I feel like we've been talking about him a lot, and excited to see what Seb can do this game. Seb also rocking the cosmetics game here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
He's got the particles.
Cash.
I mean, he's got an Aegis, right? So why not walk on an Aegis? It's very apropos.
Wow. Okay. How come the TI winners don't get free emblems of the? They should definitely get special ones.
I second that. I think that makes a lot of sense. If you're a TI winner, you deserve this cosmetically rare. You shouldn't be able to sell it.
There should be a different one. You shouldn't be able to sell it. It should just be on your account. You can turn it on or off if you want, and it should be like the color of the TI you want. That would be so dope.
And even if it doesn't last forever, even if it had a timeline on it, I don't know.
No, it should last forever. Are you serious? They want
Actually, you're right. Yeah, fuck it. It's a trophy. That's the biggest achievement you can have in Dota.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
You gave him a ring with diamonds down in your pub.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, that's lifetime style points there.
What would be the best? Oh, imagine the wings ones. Oh, they'd be all red and shit. Oh, they'd look so good. Damn.
Those Steam accounts would be worth a lot of money.
There you go. Yeah, you can't sell. You just sell a Steam account.
So, what do we have here? A Phoenix Doom going to be the off lane against this mid-1 Meepo with a support no-tail in the safe lane. Not the mid Meepo that many of us are probably accustomed to seeing. That means, of course, mid lane it is going to be Weehaw on the Pugna versus the Thompson Invoker. Weehaw off to a pretty good start. Thompson can nail these as they push into the tower.
The whole Quaswex Evoker. I'm just kind of here. I'm hoping to draw things out in the lane, guys.
It's okay. I've got plenty of regen. I'll be fine.
Yep. Nice tornado. High skill gamer.
And then, of course, down bottom, we've got the Soxa Lion with the Seb Darkseer going up against the Miracle Void and RMN Disruptor. So 2-1-2, no lane shenanigans. RMN going to take a stun.
Yeah, not a super threatening combo here. An Earth Spear, or Earth Spike and Iron Shell.
Oh, Soxa down bottom. In a little bit of trouble here. I think he's going to be okay. Thunderstrike, one more tick. Can Miracle get this last auto attack? No. RMN also low. And the slow on Lion's mana drain is up to 35% at level 4.
I mean, it was like, what, 10 or something at first level when they first introduced it? It was really low. I mean, they've really
now
been softening it.
20 at level 1. That is pretty significant. 20% for a 10 mana cost spell.
You also can't move or do anything, so it's kind of silly.
Yeah, but, you know, you drop your stun, you drop your Hex. Oh, he sidesteps the Q. It was a little scary. Lion has those moments where he's used all of his other cooldowns, and you don't really mind standing there to slow somebody if your carry's hitting them, right?
Man, Thompson is so good. He's crazy. Trent says as he almost dies. Like, he just knows how to push it right to the limit.
I think I could be an analyst, too. Guys, Thompson's really good in the mid lane.
Yeah, but do you see how he's, like, min-maxing everything there? Like, how is he not dying? That's crazy. Look at this. How is he not dead? Like, Weehaw has burnt, like, I don't know, half his HP and 3 Nether Blasts going for kills that just are so close to happening. And it just burns all of Weehaw's resources. He basically just wasted the Weehaw's advantage. Oh, bottom.
Yep. 2 fights at once. No Tail also dies up top. Mid one is hoping for that first blood, but they get it on Seb, and now Soxa also kills Miracle. He seems making our poor observer work for it, but it's a 2-for-2 across the map. And a pretty even trade, actually.
Oh, meanwhile,
also dies up top. Mid one will burn down afterwards, but does get that kill onto GH first.
He gets a double. He gets the trip back home. Can buy his items. No waiting for that slow courier.
So
RMN's disconnected. He was just standing there getting mana drained.
So both teams lost an offlaner. Both teams lost a position 1, and both teams lost position 4, it looks like.
And then RMN got lost when he DC'd.
Oh, I'm sorry. They traded a 4 for a 5. But very even. Both carries take a tumble. I guess mid one, probably the big winner out of all that.
Yeah, I would say so. He got himself a double kill.
Yeah.
Died when no one else was around to give anything over.
Chaos in the lane.
Yeah, Thompson. Oh man, he's in a bit of trouble here. He only has a nully coming.
Yeah, gets the rune at least. Thompson maybe in some trouble now that GH is here, trying to get something onto Weehaw. Does have the Ghost Walk, burning, but has plenty of regen.
And they went for the YOLO. Oh man, this is so scary. He does not want to proc on them. Oh, GH. Oh. Wow, surprising just like run over.
Here it is, the Q. This one hits, but again, Thompson, he's fine. He's got the stick charges.
This will probably cost him a couple assets, though. I don't know if he can position that well into the tower right now.
I'm surprised at how even it is still. I mean, Thompson's within 1 or 2 CS of the Pugna.
And he's still got most of those. He missed 1 under the tower like that while being pressured.
Oh, feeds the cookie to mid one, jumps under tower. This is scary, but he gets it. Poof away, mid one, finds a kill on MC.
Meanwhile, Weehaw went down bottom to contest the bounty runes.
Yeah, bottom lane, Soxa on the run. He's going to get blasted, and he's down. We've got our picture-in-picture is now up top. More action coming the way of GH. Mid one reinitiates, finds the net, needs a little more damage. No Icarus dive for another 5 seconds. No Tail with the cookie.
Yeah, gives the coverage to the top juke path, and it's the right click anyway. Now, Soxa did, thankfully for the side of OG, grab that bounty rune first. Means that there wasn't a double bottle for Weehaw, because he was able to go top, or like go grab the other rune too, or else he would have been like full mana right now.
You're only making it worse.
Does help out Thompson a little bit.
Top lane, mid one. He's going to go for the TP, and he should be good. No way to interrupt. Fiery Sword already used by Doom. The other Meepo getting chased down. Back-to-back kills again. RMN in the bottom lane will fall. And we're still up top as the chase continues. Mid one getting slowed down, brought down low, and he will fall. Big kill for Nigma.
Yeah, GH gets the final touch on that one, so I'll put him in towards his tranquils. Weehaw sets a bounty on the Meepo. He's upset. Taking my hero.
Double damage.
No tail. Looks like he'll be okay. Wave gets pulled out by GH though as they move in to pressure this tier 1 up top with the siege creep.
I've been watching a lot of the battling happening, but kind of quietly, Seb is leading net worth-wise. They've been doing a lot of pulling, taking the camp right next to their lane, just pulling their wave in, using the ion shells, farming that up, and then continuing the pressure under the tower.
No
and
tail
Miracle
dead up
not
top.
getting a lot of help.
Burned down, the sun ray, the scorched earth. There's a lot of fire.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, both offlaners doing very well.
RMN mid lane.
Thompson. Gonna be in some trouble here. TP in from Soxa. Can he save him? Maybe even set up a turn. EMP comes out. Thompson pushing it to the limit. He turns it around. He finds the kill. Phoenix comes in, but I don't know if this is going to be enough damage. They need more fire. Now the stun from No Tail. GH getting turned down. Soxa with a follow-up. It's a 2-for-0 the other way. OG defend their mid and find 2.
Yeah, Disruptor, not the best hero getting in those situations. He presses Q and then puts a little kinetic field under him, but you saw Thompson just completely ignored him until now.
RMN might still live. Nope, the stun from No Tail's right there. Thompson, though, does overcommit. Weehaw TP's in, finds a counter kill the other way. 424 gold.
I
Big for Weehaw, and it looks like he's going to get a second, a double for the Pugna.
That was way too costly to go in for RMN after that.
Yeah. Not worth it.
Very
Not
greedy.
worth. And now Pugna's #1 on net worth.
Yeah, and getting some time to pressure the tower. They've actually brought in Miracle, hoping for the TP back in, I'm guessing, right? They were hoping that maybe Thompson would just like instantly TP back in. They could throw a Chrono down, but he got spotted by Soxa first. Mind you, they might have known this was happening anyway, since Seb's like completely alone down bottom, but I don't think they can contest this.
No.
Very good play from Nigma.
I like the read of the game because it is a common thought. Like Invoker, get back to the lane ASAP. Top lane now, see initiation onto Doom. He's going to take a tumble. Thompson TP's up top instead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And
attack.
Seb, he's been farming a lot, catching those side camps, but he has not been pressuring the tower all that much while Miracle is gone. So Miracle's still going to get a little bit of farm when he returns. And now Seb, he can like kind of farm up these waves and everything, but it's not that big of a deal. I feel like Miracle's still just going to live down here for a while.
Looks like Mechanism going to be the first item for Seb. Guardian Greaves Darkseer, very standard stuff. Grabbing some auras. Definitely know what this hero can do with farm, so not a bad thing for OG, but Miracle also fairly happy down here. Although surprised the Miracle net worth isn't higher. 3,200, pretty far behind the Meepo, his counterpart on the side of OG.
Yeah, he got pressured really hard.
Well, speaking of pressured hard, 4 heroes in his lane now. Miracle with a good read on the situation, hiding in the trees, so he'll be safe for now.
This is really important because they can't just leave him down here alone, because he can handle just Seb, right? So they have to bring all these heroes down to try and pressure Miracle.
Doom comes out, though, onto Seb.
Nice hex.
Miracle in trouble, he's done. Seb probably not going to live here, but they can at least go for the deny. Soxa, he gets slow, but also makes it out. Nope, Thompson gives him the right click. A 1-for-1, but with the deny, much favoring OG. Now No Tail, he's going to be in some trouble. Decrep buffs up that extra damage from Thunderstrike, and they will trade a 1-for-2. But killing that Void, so valuable.
Yep, nice deny. I mean, honestly, it's better to deny than to live at 1 HP anyway, so.
Yeah. Static Storm, trying to find the Invoker here. Kinetic field up a little bit too high. Thompson alive for now, but in some trouble. Has to juke to the other side. Does get dusted. Now Miracle's here. And Vizrune not going to help him out. Thompson will fall. 4 heroes of Nigma, though, making that rotation.
Big save down bottom, and that all started, though, by Soxa getting the Hex onto Miracle when he first jumped in there. Or he had a 3-man chrono easily set up.
Yeah.
And then they just have the 100 to 0 him, and that will be the first charge on Soxa for the Finger of Death kills.
Top lane, mid one. He's got 1 Meepo here. Mind control coming in. He's going to stop the poop. This could be scary. Mid one gets out.
He's still burned down.
Still going to die. The double fire, the Infernal Blade, plus the burn from the Phoenix. Good setup. Great play from GH, too, to keep the Meepo around in time for the Doom to get there.
Yeah, and then he gets 735 XP as well.
Yeah.
He's got more XP than Mind Control.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Smoke up from OG, though. Looks like headed to the bottom lane. Nigma also going to smoke in the Dire jungle. Trailing the movement of OG right now.
It's a pretty wild encounter here. If they actually come in behind like this,
did Nigma see this smoke? Or
No,
are
I
they
don't
just
think
reading
so.
this? Okay.
Oh, did Nigma see? I don't know, actually. I wasn't looking.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Don't
under
think they
attack.
did, but they are reading this just about perfectly. 4 heroes from OG down
Oh, look at
bottom.
this chrono!
4 heroes from Nigma. Miracle gets it on 2. Soxa doesn't get caught, but Seb probably going to be in some trouble here. The Met comes out. He kind of sustains. The Doom also flies. No Tail, Seb both down. And the Invoker takes a tumble as well. 3 on the sideline. Glimpse back. Soxa now going to be in a world of hurt. Nigma with a brilliant rotation. Perfectly reading that smoke movement.
Yeah, that was filthy. They wanted to use that catapult wave to pressure bottom, and Nigma were well aware of that fact. And now they want the 4th, rather the 5th of the Meepo. Make sure that he cannot freely farm these Ancients.
They repel the Meepo.
GH
GH, though, caught by a net. Mortimer, he's kissing her. Does get off the egg, but can mid one kill it? It's going to be close. He does get it, but sets up for Weehaw to find the counter kill. Weehaw goes in deep, though. Now he gets brought down. RMN, Static Storm, Kinetic Field won't be enough. Seb vacuums him back in. Glimpse, that'll be enough to keep him alive. Now the stun onto Miracle. They need a little bit more, though. The Finger of Death isn't enough. Time walk up to the high ground. He lives as well.
A little bit of save your buddy syndrome there as Weehaw tried to get that egg off. That would have been huge if he did by utilizing the decrypt, but couldn't get him.
It was a good try. Still a quite even game. 13 minutes, 16 to 13, down to a 2K net worth lead for Nigma.
Meanwhile, Miracle, a little bit of an unconventional farming item these days, it feels like, in the Mask of Madness. We purchased up here.
Yep, a long history on Void. Obviously, buffing up his damage in Chrono is pretty good. Lifesteal also very good to farm sustainably.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's all the Midasers these days, you know. But I still like this build.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
How much armor do you lose now? You lose 8 armor.
Dire's top
So,
tower
I mean, again,
is
his
under
Faceless
attack.
Void, not that big of a deal because you don't usually take physical damage when you're in the Chrono.
Yep. 110 attack speed. I don't know if you've played Void recently, but his attack speed leaves a lot to be desired.
Look at
items.
MC. He's mid and he is the Purge creep. So they can't Surge save.
It's Radiant Sentry.
All right,
They'll go
Surge.
in onto Thompson. They pull him back. Thompson definitely dead.
Radiant's bottom tower
RMN
is
getting
under
credit there.
attack.
And Mind Control with the tip.
He's been tipping him quite a bit this game. He's been throwing around. I saw Seb, he even pump faked the Surge and he was like, oh, there's no point. The Doom's just sitting with the Purge.
They're going to walk right into mid one. Static Storm, Kinetic Field, Chrono on top. Mortimer Kisses getting dumped in by No Tail. The Doom's actually taking a lot of damage. They get Soxa first. Looks like a rough fight for Nigma after getting mid one, though. They're all so low, no mana, but they do get both kills. Buyback on Thompson, and OG can't find any counter kills.
Yeah, Yeah, just weak stun strikes anyway. They toss another tip on the top. Was there a pup before this mind control, huh? Anything you want to tell us?
Yeah. He's letting some of that rage out. Get it out of your system in game 1 here, MC. That's
He's just
the
a
spirit.
friendly guy, you know? That's all. He's just saying hello. See?
Yeah, look at that. The Cod Modatog.
It's like the second time I've heard that all patch.
It's some coaching sessions from GH on how to be a nice guy. Well, Nigma furthering their lead. Now up to 3K net worth. OG still with the 2 top farmers in the game. Seb and mid one. Mind control, he's stunned up. Gonna be in some trouble here, but Thompson also very low. They do get mind control first. Now the glimpse back. Thompson, no escape.
Yeah, let him go.
1 for 1. Remember, that is a dieback. Thompson fought back for the last fight. Mid one now jumps in, gets a nice net. They snipe down Weehaw, and they'll find one more, it looks like, in the Phoenix. Plenty of CC there. Hunting for more. Nigma will get out of dodge after losing 3.
GH with the cheeky Phoenix item of the Meteor Hammer. So you can be diving and you can channel it. So like mid-dive, you can like lay down the hammer and you can return to your starting point and it'll finish the hammer wherever you did it at.
Oh,
I assume it still works that way. I haven't seen it in a while, but
Doom walks up to the tower, has a little bit of follow-up in the Static Storm. Miracle does not have a chrono, though. They lose mind control. Now Miracle, he's going to be hexed up, rooted, big damage coming his way. Mortimal Kisses, they've got him. That was a blunder from Nigma for sure.
Yeah, that's a bit rough. I mean, look at that. I'm thinking like, man, SAPPHIRE doesn't do that much damage anymore, but it doesn't really matter when you have Meatball poofing for like 582. That's pretty good.
It does enough though, right? Like, yeah, you're right. Mortimer
it was like 270
totally
for 4
broken.
bloops.
Yeah, there's a burn on the ground too. Soxa finds RMN. This Lion starting to pick up some momentum here. Easy kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That brings us
like
back
the way
down to even.
OG drafted this in terms of having this great initiation that the Meepo can very easily follow up.
It is a good mop and bucket game. Like several times he's just kind of coming in after the chaos and again, big cooldowns. Very many big cooldowns on Nigma, Chrono, Doom, Egg. So once those have been thrown down in the fight, that's when Midone feels very comfortable hopping in. And GH just looking to keep the lanes pushed here. He's got Philosopher's Stone and the Meteor Hammer. So there's a lot of gold potential coming for GH the next while. I expect him to move up the chart a little bit.
Yeah, that's a cool mechanic with the Meteor Hammer. Reminds me of, like, have you ever done a Witch Doctor Underlord ult? You drop the Death Ward, then he takes you out. The Death Ward still stays channeling wherever you put it.
That seems insanely long to set up, but I love it.
Under attack.
It's still cool. It's just one of those, like, it knows no distance.
The old hooking the black hole, you know?
Yep, exactly. Chrono set up down bottom onto the Meepo. A little bit of follow-up from OG, but they might not be able to save mid one. It's going to be close. He actually sustains through it. Almost turns onto the Void, but it's not enough. They also get No Tail, 2 dead for OG. Another good fight for Nigma as this game continues to go back and forth. Looks like Soxa will also burn down. That will make it the 3-0 as Seb appears to be getting away.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
I can't believe that Meepo lived as long as he did, though. That got a little dicey for a second.
Yeah, GH, I don't know if he got canceled in the Sunray. I think he must have got cold snapped or something because the Sunray stopped burning through, which gave him a little bit of a space to maybe survive there. But yeah, pretty unlikely you're going to manage to survive, especially at this point in the game. Chrono just a little bit too much. Hey, no tail going to ban you into the shovel. Nice. Instantly going to smoke up. They want to fight when there's none of these big cooldowns. Everything just got spent. So they need a fight and they need an objective after this.
RMN with the good manners. Drops the P before the pause.
He is an old school player.
You don't see that every pause.
That's what I'm saying. He's old school.
Yeah.
They used to do that.
Aghanims queued up for the Invoker. Hobson's still a little ways away, but making some item progression. Lowest of the cores right now, though. It's been a little bit of a tough game for Thompson. He's been their sacrificial lamb, 3-5-5. A lot of these fights where OG have gotten good trades, it's been Thompson that dies relatively early in the battle. So he is suffering from a net worth perspective.
Yeah, he's kind of tossing the body in a little bit to help out the Meepo, it feels like, because SAPPHIRE is pretty tanky, but and No-Tail's, I think, actually, what I would point out is that No-Tail's doing a very good job of playing in the front of these team fights as the SAPPHIRE. I think that's one mistake that SAPPHIRE players make a lot, is that they see that you have these ranged abilities, and so they kind of hang back, but you got to make use of that strength. I mean, it's your primary role for a reason. You gotta be
It feels
tanky.
like more often than not this game, No-Tail is actually in the front line, like securing kills by getting stuns with the cookie that he puts on himself.
And he's like, we always talk about the maximum range of the, oh, speaking of the freebie
and they find Weehaw. Yeah, that's a nice catch. There was a smoke from OG right before that pause, so that is what caught him off guard. Now they'll find RMN. Need a few more to close the gap. Thompson, the Kid Invoker, is cruising his way over, and he does catch him. RMN will fall. Sunstrike.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Clothe yourself in knowledge. For all the good your scraps of armor
But yeah, actually, like, playing in front, even though you have the big range of the Mortimer Kisses, like, most of No-Tails have been, like, point blank.
Yep. I always forget that SAPPHIRE is a strength hero.
Yeah.
Primary role is strength.
That's why the Greaves are so good,
strength
too.
gain per level. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Time is money.
Roshan now under assault. Mid one a little bit low. There's the Greaves from Seb. And I think OG will get away with this. Roshan down. Aegis in the hands of mid one.
So again, this comes back to the cooldowns. They won that huge fight down bottom. Excellent chrono. Perfect setup there with the egg too. But then when nothing's available, that's when OG have to make their big plays. And so they've successfully done it here again.
Bounty.
Meepo.
Now the next fight, 20 seconds away. It will be probably BKB. Will be the time when they start moving again, since Miracle's so close.
Yep. And also, big item coming out on the Meepo, the E-Blade. He stopped off for the Dragonlance to get some stats, the Blink Dagger for initiation, and now we're going for the big one. Max out that Agi, and also gives you a defensive tool.
They're going to have Blink on Doom, too.
I feel.
It looks like OG are setting up for a smoke, though, with how they're clustering.
Would seem so.
Dire are
Yeah, letting No-Tail push out mid.
Miracle still has a couple hundred gold to farm, though, before this BKB. Close, but not there yet. Soxa has a Blink queued up. Did go for the Aether Lens first, but Blink Aether on Lion is going to be very scary for Nigma.
Took a really long time to smoke there.
Might find something, though. Whoa! Breaks the smoke, blinks back just in time. Okay, so the jig is up. They know that OG are hunting. Smoke
they're going to try and defensively smoke back to the base.
Wow, they break it immediately, and they catch Miracle. That's his whole mana bar. Thompson stuck inside the Static Storm kinetic field. He might still go down. It is going to be a 1-for-1, but they've caught Weehaw as well. Mid one, running amok in the back line. That's a buyback. Aegis still in the hands of this Meepo, but he might just push it to the limit here, and he will. Egg comes down. Aegis comes back up. Mistimed slightly for the Phoenix stun. Big damage on the Meepo, and mid one is down. OG now looking to retreat. They've lost 2. They don't have this numbers advantage. And 7, the front line, getting locked down. Good cookie. Vacuum connects on 3. TP out from Soxa, and the glimpse back onto Seb. They're going to lock him in place. There's that disruptor counter to the Darkseer. Nigma, they burn a buyback, but they take a good fight.
Yeah, that was well worth it. Very good play. Man, that's disappointing when you blow up Miracle that hard, and now he didn't even have to, like, blow the chrono or anything on his respawn or something. Like, the fight wasn't still going, so now they have chrono available. That's a big problem. Now they can probably get this tier 2 tower up top. Look how low it is. Yeah, that tower's free. So now they're going to have to be worried about the outpost come 30 minutes.
Yeah, and we talked about the heroes that Nigma have against Meepo, and not the best Meepo counters, but we saw in that fight, they've got enough AoE magic damage between the Pugna Q, the Sunray from the Phoenix, and everything else that Mid one's still susceptible.
I think the Doom on Seb's huge too, because like he's got the Greaves and the pipe. I'm not sure if they get popped or not, but he's definitely the target you want.
Yeah, definitely right. And tower goes down despite OG's best efforts to try to defend it there. No hope. Hotel finds himself another ward. Small consolation. 5v5 brewing. Meepo trying to split push down bottom as Mind Control jumps in. They do not have Doom, but they do have Chrono. X comes out. There's the BKB. Chrono.
Nice.
Miracle. He biffs it. Pops the BKB to just right click against mid one. Mind Control will fall first. Static Storm, Kinetic Field. Phoenix Egg might do some work here. They're trying to get to work on it, and No Tail gets to it in time. They do get mid one, but it's 2 down on the side of Nigma. Weeha finds a counter kill. Miracle still alive. OG might not have finished this fight yet. Still trying to pressure this Pugna as Soxa gets brought down low, and Miracle does find that kill. Buyback on the Lion. They're getting double bashes onto Thompson, but he still survives. 80 HP is Weeha. Just barely makes it back up to the high ground. Kinetic Field buying him some space as Seb tries to chase him down. Well done by RMN to keep him alive.
Finger,
now,
1 second.
Is it going to cost him Miracle? Nope. He time walks back in time.
Oh, Seb's so slow. The time dilation, 4 spells. Oh, I can't move.
Nigma take a really good fight there.
RMN, very impactful Static Storm. Even though only got 1 Meepos. Oh, thanks to the bounty rune and a finger kill.
Steals the bounty. They drop the finger. They need 1 more. They need it. They've got him.
The damage talent. It came into play. Now get out.
Cost some Thompson, though, and it's probably going to cost Soxa as well. Down he goes. A 2 for 1. Sure, they got the bounty rune, but Nigma show up with the punishment.
That might have been a solid case of the old not worths.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe how well that fight went for Enigma, considering they whiffed the Chrono. That was a sick blink out of mid one. He like jumped, he like kind of leapfrogged Miracle right to the back line and started targeting back there. But then Armin managed to get just, he got the main Meepo trapped inside the Static Storm, and he was just burning down. Just not able to get out or do anything. Tried to E-Blade himself, just took more damage and died.
The E-Blade usually is a great save. A 3-hero vacuum coming out of Seb, but he is going to get chased down. PB for Nigma.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, it's Meepo is still on top, but not
starting to feel a little
that
rough.
good.
Yeah, Miracle is just looking for the Mjolnir on Faceless Void, so more AoE magic damage. And, of course, more attack speed for him as well to get those right clicks going inside the Chrono.
Everyone's heading for the site, though, so we'll have some tools here to try and help out.
Got Blink Hex Meepo. Always a potential win condition there. It's a double Hex initiation.
Oh, they have a ward. They see mid one's Meepos, and they have Chrono.
They drop it. They only needed to catch 1. It was close, but Miracle still finds it. And...
Oh, he canceled the Meteor Hammer. What happened?
Oh, okay, they still burn.
That was weird.
That was weird. Meanwhile, in the mid, Mind Control is going to be okay. Front lining. No Tail makes it up to the high ground with a TP. He'll be good. Not even close. Unfortunately for OG, though, Soxa's now very far from the Blink Dagger with that last buyback. Nice cliff.
Uh-oh.
But they find some vengeance. A Doom in the Static Storm Kinetic Field. He gets booped over the side, but still might die to the Doom, and 100%. Weeha will finish him off.
Man, time dilation is so good versus their heroes.
Aha. Bluff called.
I mean, they're just spamming so many spells. I mean, they have Invoker, too. We haven't even talked about that because he only got time to like once this game, but Invoker's one of those ones that really hurts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, again, Bristleback may be S tier in terms of how much time dilation cripples him, but Invoker is pretty high up on that list also.
Yeah.
Probably borderline S tier himself. 34-26. Nigma starting to pull ahead. Biggest lead we've seen yet this game. Graph hasn't even updated yet. Upwards of 5,000, and XP starting to get a little out of control. Now upwards of 10,000. And you can see it on that level chart. The support's starting to fall behind a little bit on OG.
Yeah, they Dota Plus is suggesting about a 67% win rate for Nigma. I would agree with that. I think that sounds pretty fair. Maybe a little higher. I might give him like 70. I think that like we've reached that stage of the game where pretty much every fight's going to have a chrono. Yes. In the early game, you can play. Maybe it's different now with the 160. I'm not sure. So that's a long time, but especially in like that early and mid game, you can fight around chrono timings. But as the game gets later and respawn timers get longer, it's really hard to like fully assemble all of your squad again. Plus, a lot of the fights also keep revolving around big objectives like Roche. And when it's such a big timer being there, then it's very likely they're going to have the chrono back.
I mean, I think the longer this game goes on, the easier it's going to get for the team with Faceless Void. He is the ultimate scaling this game. He's gotten past the really difficult part, right? He's got BKB, he's got Maelstrom, he's not getting insta-gibbed in team fights anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's also the fact that BKB is still really good, even outside of the Chrono and the Doom. It's like a really good BKB game for OG, but they have a Meepo.
Yes, I was just going to say that. Unfortunately, probably one of the worst BKB carriers in the game.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
The value is not there. A little nervous for OG right now. And you can also see like Nigma being the aggressors. They're constantly on the other side of the map. They're looking to make plays, trying to catch this Meepo. And OG doing a good job farming in the safe parts of the map right now, reading these movements of Nigma, taking pretty aggressive positions, looking for ganks themselves. But now in the mid, it might be Thompson that gets caught. He's going to bump right into the Void. And that'll be the end of his mana bar. Okay.
What surge is this?
Bounty runes come out. 3 picked up for OG. Pardon me, 2 picked up for OG.
Mid one just did a lot of split pushing up top, so they're going to try and smoke out now with some space. Thompson very alone up here. Has to watch his step. Does not want to hit anyone with this Ghost Walk.
Did face check the Roche.
He knows they're Roaching.
He just cheese.
Oh my god, look at this perimeter they're setting up here. Soxa and Thompson in a very unexpected position.
This is going to work though. Meteor Hammer, EMP Tornado from the high ground. He'll jump in onto the Phoenix. Very spread out engagement, but Thompson actually getting collapsed on, and he'll be the one that goes down first. Now the Chrono comes out. It looks like a pretty good setup. A lot of damage being dumped into it, and the Meepo is getting destroyed. Meepo down. 2 buybacks now from OG. They'll try to get back into this fight, but they've lost Soxa. They've lost No Tail. Soxa will be stuck on the sideline as they flip back Seb, and it is a disaster for OG. They tried something big there, and it backfires completely. They have to burn 4 buybacks to repel the Roche. The cost, astronomical. Now a 13K net worth favor for Nigma.
There were parts that looked good, like that big vacuum where he caught everyone inside the Chrono, but the BKBs were still rolling. So No Tail was trying to pump some damage in there with the Mirror's Kisses, but it just wasn't there.
Oh, here's the YOLO play from OG. They run into the pit. They bought back for this. They do get the kill on the Doom. There's no Chrono. This is the moment. Buyback on Doom. They need more here. The kinetic field locking Meepo in place, and he's actually going to die. Weeha's got the single target damage. You're going to find another as well. Thompson getting locked down, bashed up inside of the kinetic field. 2 diebacks now on OG. Nigma continuing to press. Seb on the run. Does get out of dodge. Looking to TP. Oh, that was close. OG in big trouble, though. 70 seconds. 2 big cores stuck on the sideline, and Nigma getting closer to the base. Miracle jumps forward, does drop that time dilation, glimpse back, and they'll find Soxa. Not a dieback here, but another hero lacking buyback to get into the game.
Yeah, with the Pugna, you don't really have to just like run and get Aegis to go high ground either. GA just paying Weeha for dropping items.
Why did he do that? I thought he was going to use Arcane Boots, but he's even sitting on Brown Boots.
Yeah, he was just dropping items.
He was just dropping items. Okay, cool. Yeah. Just making sure. That was a little victory dance, I guess.
He gave them the wand, though. MC said this is rude, and he picked it back up.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
That was Weeha's way of saying, I know Meepo better than you. This wasn't a good Meepo game, boys. going to be a mid lane of barracks, and now a 16k net worth favor. Win rate for OG now into the single digits. A pretty intense early game, very back and forth, but now Nigma looking for the closer.
I mean, they have Chrono up too. This could be juicy. Oh, if only they left a ward right here too. There's no sentries. Oh, they're smoking.
OG
here she blows.
Smoked. They're going to go in. Thompson leading the charge. Chrono connects on 2. He still finds the Meepo. Sunray, Egg, they'll burn him down. Meepo dead, no buyback. BKBs get popped. The Egg comes off, and now Soxa falls. He'll have the buyback now. It's cooled down, but they also catch No Tail. 2 dead, no buybacks, and Seb going to be left behind. That's got to be close to a GG moment, and it is. No Tail calls it. 34 minutes. Nigma take game 1.
Oh, no, Soxa, he got it. 6 charges.
Radiant victory.
All right. Little morale booster there for Soxa at the end. Nigma, though, the Void proves too much. They draft this beautiful Wombo combo, and they had enough single target. Again, without those classic Meepo counters,